For the love of fucking God, let's hope that next week isn't as much of a show as this week has been. What's up, guys? I'm DK Wrestler, and this is a brand new installment of This Week in Funko News, where I talk about this past week's news relating to the Funko world. And like I mentioned, there's quite a bit of bad things. There are some good news, but the majority of it is bad. And of course, if you enjoy this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to support us even more after this, consider joining our YouTube channel membership. It only costs $1.99 a month. You'll get early access to every single video and shorts that get posted to this channel, and you also get a shout out also so that we can acknowledge that you're a part of the YouTube channel membership. So definitely consider joining down below. It will help this channel very much. But nonetheless, let's get started. First up, Funko had announced a new Pop Yourself relating to the NBA All-Star Weekend, which I'm not surprised that this is a thing because they've already done this with the NFL. Maybe at some point they will do an NHL one, considering that, of course, I am wearing the Pittsburgh Penguins hat, so maybe there will be NHL at some point. Funko Fusion's complete commercial and critical failure leads to layoffs, which I feel like a lot of people called this. Even though it is a pretty sweet idea to incorporate Funko Pops into a video game, it's a video game more for the collectors and not for people outside of it to actually be a fan of Funko. Who knows about the future of the actual Funko Fusion lineup of Pops that are coming out besides the Wave 3 that has already been announced. A new Jumbo Chan figure had been announced of the Green Ranger from Power Rangers. Now, once again, I will keep mentioning that the Jumbo Chans are a much better expensive figure than the Project Freds. But like I mentioned, they are expensive. They're somewhere around the $200 to $300 range. GameStop announces plans to pursue a sale of French and Canadian operations. Yes, this is another Debbie Downer of news, and I know that a lot of you guys are from the United States and this doesn't really affect you, but as a Canadian myself, this does really affect me, considering that at least in my city, GameStop is the only retailer that sells Funko Pops. So who knows what would happen if there so happens to have been a sale for Canadian GameStop, and I can't remember the name of the French version. If GameStop Canada had sold, who's to say that the new owners of this GameStop will actually still want to carry Funko, considering that we are expected to have a huge price increase as of July 1st on Funko Pops, and the wholesale price for people who order Funko Pops may be so expensive that it's not even worth getting from Funko, especially getting it shipped to Canada and dealing with duties and stuff like that. Funko this past week had a site-wide sale of up to 50% off, which lasts until February 23rd. I feel like the biggest bummer of this is anyone who wants the cooler 6-pack of sodas, because that's only available on the US portion of Funko.com and not the Canadian version. So once again, it kind of sucks when America gets everything and Canada only gets a small portion of what we may actually want throughout this sale instead of the Marvel Comics. It's been noted that QR code stickers have started replacing Funko exclusive retailer stickers, which that actually is true. I've noticed that, and even in a couple of the announcements we're going to be talking about, with some of the exclusives, they have switched over to the QR code with the regular special edition sticker that at least here in Canada we've gotten with a lot of the exclusives. So it kind of sucks if we're actually seeing the end of retailer exclusive stickers, because I've always been a fan of collecting the different stickers as terms to Funko Pops, whether it be Amazon, whether it be GameStop, Hot Topic, Box Lunch. A new set of Batman the Animated Series Pops had gotten announced, and this is a pretty decent set of Pops, including the deluxe where it's Batman on the rooftop. And speaking of the QR code sticker, even though Killer Croc is a Target exclusive, this is one of the Pops with those QR code stickers. We got ourselves a set of Pops for Winx Club. I have no clue what this is. Never heard it once in my life. I mean, the hair looks nice. I guess that's what I could say. A brand new wave of One Piece Pops have been announced, which features a lot of exclusives and of course a lot of commons. And like usual, I never really have anything bad to say about One Piece because they are some of the most detailed Pops out there, even though I've not seen a single episode of One Piece because I just can't commit to watching 64 episodes per season, especially like I've mentioned before, running 2 YouTube channels and in order to pay my rent. And let me tell you, not to spoil some things for the eventual top 5 list that we usually do at the end of these videos, there's quite a bit of anime pops that actually make the list. We got ourselves a new black and white Mickey Mouse for Mickey Mouse Club. I guess this is okay. I mean, there's nothing really too special about it, but if you are a Mickey Mouse fan, I mean, maybe you're excited about this. Mike Becker had announced the first product under his new company being Rocky Moto. Now, I know this doesn't really pertain to Funko themselves, but it does pertain to the founder of Funko who had recently left the company and now started up his own company, Funmaker Inc. And so he announced the new figures of Rocky Moto, which are basically little figures that come in a ramen noodle box, and they're basically blind boxes. There's a lot of mixed reaction to this, and honestly, like, I don't really care about other collectibles besides Funko, not gonna lie. I feel like people think this is gonna be a success because of Mike Becker or with Thrill Drive with Brian Mariotti, but I feel like with the regular consumer of Funko Pops, they don't give a flying who the hell Mike Becker and Brian Mariotti are, especially with these things. Like, if they're not related to an IP, they're not going to buy it. It's as simple as that. It Sugar had announced their own exclusive Pineapple Sour Patch Kid Pop, which is limited to 5,000 pieces. Two things. First off, I'm not really a big fan of Sour Patch Kids, the actual candy. And number two, pineapple is fucking disgusting. Disgusting by itself, doesn't belong on pizza. Yes, I'm starting that debate. We got ourselves a brand new set of Jujutsu Kaisen Funko Pops with various commons, and there's also some exclusives. And once again, even though I have not seen Jujutsu Kaisen either, like One Piece, these are detailed pops, and some of the exclusive pops are pretty sweet also. We got ourselves the last set of TargetCon 2025 exclusive announcements, which are of Darth Vader from Star Wars and Cinnamon Roll from Hello Kitty and Friends. I don't want to go too much into these pops, considering that tomorrow here on the channel, we are doing the worst to best TargetCon 2025 pops videos, so definitely stay tuned to that, and I'll explain more of my opinions of these pops then. And last but not least, before the top 5 list, Hot Topic announced their own exclusive pop of Missouri Kenroji from Demon Slayer. I know that people have been posting this pop considering it's been appearing in stores, but no one's really confirmed it, even Funko themselves. So it is pretty cool to see this official announcement now and the detail of this pop with the hair involved with this character. I think there's been a couple of pops of this character before, but I've only seen one season of Demon Slayer, so I don't know if this is a character from, let's say, season 1 or if it's from the later seasons that I haven't seen, but still a cool pop nonetheless. But now we're gonna kick off the top 5 list of my favorite Funko Pops that were announced individually. So coming in at number 5 on my list is the Batman on Rooftop Deluxe from the Batman animated series. This is a pretty decent looking pop, and I like the idea of the rooftop obviously being the base while also having a couple of buildings involved. My only question is, when this ends up releasing, how small is the pop? Because they do tend to give us Funko Pops in a deluxe form that are super tiny and aren't necessarily needed for the massive box that a deluxe pop usually is. Coming in at number 4 on my list is the GameStop exclusive Zoro vs. King moments from One Piece. Now, this has quite a bit of detail involved with this pop, including the bases involved with both characters, whether it's like the fire base and then like the swoosh effect. And I guess this also proves yet again with the GameStop exclusive sticker that they will be transitioning over to that QR code sticker, which kind of sucks because even though I wasn't a fan of the GameStop US sticker, this basically means that for sure the Canadian sticker will also be gone. Coming in at number 3 on my list is the GameStop exclusive Saguro Geto from Jujutsu Kaisen. Once again, I probably butchered these names because I don't fucking watch anime besides Yu-Gi-Oh! But the detail of this pop is really awesome, and how it kind of looks like it could be a deluxe, but it's actually in a 4-inch pop. But then I read up later from disc trackers that this is actually going to be classified as a pop premium. So I wonder, like, is Pop Plus where it has an object in its hand, but it's a 4-inch pop, and Premium has got this like other character or other settings so that it fits in a 4-inch pop? They've never really specified what a Premium and a Plus is realistically. Coming in at number 2 on my list is the TargetCon exclusive Darth Vader. Now, even though we don't really need another Darth Vader pop, at least with this relates to Revenge of the Sith, which celebrates its 20th anniversary this year, so expect there to be more Revenge of the Sith pops this year. And coming in at number 1 on my list is the GameStop exclusive Sakazuki from One Piece. Once again, don't know if I pronounced that correctly, correctly, but I love the detail involved with this pop, especially the way that they pulled off what looks to be hot magma or lava involved, where you actually can see how it's orange, but there's also more of a black effect to it. They did a really good job. This is one of those pops where I need to see it in person, see if it looks as great as it does in the glam shot.